Hi, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the musical alphabet and also the treble clef and the notes that lie in the treble clef. So first off, let's talk about the musical alphabet. In the musical alphabet, you have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. In that order, there is no deviation from it. You go from ascending this way and descending this way. When you are moving notes, you go from A to B to C to D to E to F to G, and then back to A if you're ascending, right? You don't go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, right? Those don't exist. You circle back around to A. So if I start at E, I'll go E, F, G, A, B, C, D. On the other hand, it's the same way with opposite. So descending, I go G, F, E, D, C, D, A. Then when I finish at A, go back to G. G, F, E, D, C, D, A. For example, if I was starting at C, I was descending C, B, A, G, F, E, D, then back to C. Right? You always circle back around, either ascending this way or descending going that way. Always kind of following this line. So that's the musical alphabet. That's where we ascend and descend in the musical alphabet. So let's talk about the treble clef now. The treble clef, which we've seen a lot of, looks like this. That's what we call the treble clef. The treble clef tells us where G is. The treble clef is also known as the G clef. Because it tells us, the little circle tells us where G lies. So around this is where you kind of start right below G is where G lies. So G would be here. Now, following the musical alphabet, we are ascending, so we're going this way. So if we're ascending, our next note would be A, next note would be B, next note would be C, next note would be D, next note would be F, E, next note would be F. See how I did not skip any lines or spaces. I went from line to space, to line to space, to line to space. Right? I didn't skip. I didn't go line, line. I didn't go space, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. Always. Now, if I'm descending to figure out the rest of the staff, I still follow this. Still follow the musical alphabet. I just descend from here. F, E. Right? F, E. So that tells us that our staff is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Let me write it a little more cleaner way, and you'll be able to see some interactions that happen. So if I write E, F, G, notice where G is. That's where the treble clef is. G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. You'll notice that, just like I said previously, it loops around. So we start at E, right? Then we go F, G, A, B, C, D, E, right? We've looped back around. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. You always follow this. This is always, always, always what it looks like. Always like the musical alphabet in the order of things. It's very, very important that the treble clef always originates around G, or the second line in the staff. If your treble clef starts here at B, or looks like this at E, those are incorrect treble clefs because they don't tell us where G lies, right? The treble clef has to start on G. It has to start here, and I just draw it by starting below G, going up around it, curving around, up, and then back down. It's very simple to draw once you kind of get the motions in. But it's very important because that tells us where G is. And if we find G, we can find any note on the staff. If we just know where G is and count the musical alphabet, it's very easy too. So let's take a look at some isolated pitches. So if I'm in the treble clef, I take a look at this. So these are some notes that lie in the treble clef, right? I know that if I go from G and start counting, G, A, B, C, I know that this is C. If I go from G, the treble clef, G, I know this is G. Didn't do anything for it, right? If I start here, G, I want to look at this note, I go G, A, B. I'm always following the musical alphabet. If I start from G and go G, A, B, C, D, and then this is D. So those are all kind of been ascending. Now let's try one descending, right? G, F, E. This would be E, because I am now descending. G, F, E. Right? I'm descending, going that way. Always, 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 always follow that, right? Find out where G is from the treble clef. Know that always treble clef will always center around G, and then start counting down. Just count line space, line space, line space, because those things are very, very important. So if we also take a look at a few of these notes. Let's do something different. Let me change this last name. So taking a look at these three pairs, we know that this is G, right? Because we're in the treble clef. G, A, B, C. So let's name these. This is G, right? It's right on the staff. G, A, G, E, G, F, E. Then G, A, B. Then G, A, B, C, D, E. Notice how, again, that I'm counting the lines and the spaces. Starting at G and counting line space, line space, line space, following this pattern. Very important to know this. This is like the crux of everything. Now, looking at this, you can see that this note is higher. This first note is higher than this note, right? This is the higher note in the pair. Taking a look at this and this. This is the higher note in the pair, right? Taking a look at this and this, this is the higher note in the pair. So again, that's all the treble clef. Just remember that the treble clef starts on G. And if you find G, you know where G is, and follow the musical alphabet, you'll be able to find any note on the treble clef staff. I hope this has been informative. If you have any questions, ask me in class. Remember to fill out that piece of paper that I gave you for your homework, and that is due on Tuesday. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.